Everything changed but the motivation. City to city, the same song who on the stage. Controlling the interest. Look how these kids dress. You cashing them.
Ooh. What up, though? Welcome to the party. All Purpose Podcast. We in the building. Well, I'm in the building. Sure, the fellas will be here soon. Thank y'all for joining us as always. Much appreciated. Um, man, it's been an interesting week or so since the last live. The sports world is an ever-changing monster, man. You know what I'm saying? And I for one, am very glad to be in the space now to be able to talk about it with my, you know what I'm saying, and expound on the green. What's going on, brother? How you living, man? Glad to see you here. You always in the building, man. Much appreciated. Shit, you be beating the podcasters here sometimes. Phantom and Evan ain't here yet. Oh man, we got a good show lined up for y'all tonight, man. I think it's gonna be kind of dope. Um, of course, you know the NBA playoffs is on deck, so we definitely gonna get to that. Um, WrestleMania just happened this past weekend, so we're gonna get to that. Well, they gonna get to that. I don't watch wrestling. While I got a minute before the guys get here, I want to give a shout out to Stone Age Joints. Um, Stone Age sponsored my Gravitas tour. They were super. Tonight I'll be booking final days, DAZE. Got a surprise for you a little later on in the show. A little later on in the show. One over here. I think Phantom is in the building. My computer is on crack tonight. I swear it is. Hold on. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. Now we cooking with gas. Yeah, my computer is definitely on crackhead shit today. Okay. What is happening right now? There you go. What's good, brother?
Can't call it. What's going on?
Man. What a day, what a day. What a day, what a day. Shoot. So to be here. We got Soul the Interrogator from the Interrogation Room podcast pulling up in a little bit. He's a wrestling head too, so you know they can do that WrestleMania thing. Uh yeah,
Pay attention.
for real. How was your weekend, fam?
Well, it was a long one, busy one, tiring one. Shit, I feel like I was off today, but back at it tomorrow. Early
I
start in
feel
the
you on
morning.
that. Yeah, I had to work. Shoot. This dude.
But I like that song. Everybody's working for the
See,
weekend.
this is how you know people ain't paying attention. Green said, "What up, though?" I, shoot. Let me. I gotta send Soul the link, even though he could just sign up on the. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it, people.
Everybody's going to bed. Sounds
Gotta
like
love
after
it.
this.
I'm looking forward to. I think that it's been since the last pod. Um, yeah, I did a terrible job with my picks this past time. Uh, I mean, not terrible. I was still. Ugh,
Look pretty good.
there we go. I'm not real sure why everything's moving so slow. Why is my computer moving slow? What's going on? Oh yeah, you got them all right. You picked them all right. You know, picked them all right. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but you know,
Mm.
since you mentioned it, yeah, you
Mm.
picked them all right. It's all good. I ain't mad at
Y'all
it.
ain't learned.
Dang,
Y'all ain't
there we
learned
go.
yet. Stop
It
picking
should be
against
here
me here.
momentarily.
If it wasn't for them Panthers and that shit, my
Stop
pride
picking
here,
against
I
who?
didn't. I say if it wasn't for them Panthers and my damn pride, y'all gonna learn to stop picking against me, shit.
Nah, I ain't never gonna learn that.
Stay a hard head,
I
make
ain't never
soft
gonna
ass.
learn that. Now I will say, hey, I will smart enough not to pick my team 85. There's been some players that there's been some players that that I mean basketball too, but anyway. So I
You
mean
going in and out. You going
I
in
ain't
and
getting
out,
ready to get
Denzel.
into we ain't gonna get into the playoff shit yet. So you oh shit. Wow. That's crazy. Salute the Stone Age joints. Final days. It's fire. I don't know what Ev is. He said he was gonna be at his desk at 10 o'clock on the head, but I don't know. It is what it is. So man,
Yeah, the little
I know the
technical
draft
difficulties.
coming. The draft is coming.
Oh yeah.
The draft is coming. The draft is coming. Yeah,
We
I'm
gotta
looking
put a
forward to it.
timeline on it.
Um, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It started what Thursday, right? Just start Thursday night.
Thursday's the first round. Friday's the first and
How much?
second round, and Saturday is 4 through 3. Let me repeat that. Thursday's first round. Friday's the second and third round, and then Saturday's 4 through 7.
How likely do we get another minute of
What
being
you say? You're kind of going in and out.
Brock Purdy?
Say what now?
That's very unusual. What he very unusual. Oh,
What'd you say now?
you know what? The window was officially closing
Brother,
because
you
they
gotta
paid
repeat
Brock Purdy
everything
the
you
money
just
they
said.
paid him. You agree?
You gotta repeat everything you just said, brother. You're going in and out. You freezing up.
Not sure what's happening here. Okay.
Yeah, because I can't
I'm
hear nothing
assuming
you
that means you
saying.
didn't hear what I asked.
I heard something about Brock Purdy somewhere in there.
What in the fuck is going on? I'm gonna just turn this shit off if it keep doing what the fuck it's doing. I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I have not had a good day, and I would throw this whole computer in the air and use it for target practice. I do not give a fuck. Now Puka Nacua said that he thinks that the San Francisco window is closing or closed because they paid Brock Purdy the money that they paid him.
You got paid today?
Brock got
That must have happened in the
I
season
don't
then,
think it
because
was
I ain't
today.
see
It
this
might have been
happen.
over. It might have been what day was that?
I missed
Give
that.
me 2 seconds. I'll tell you. I was just reading it earlier. I was like, dang. Nacua. Oh, I forgot. That was a couple of days ago. So it's gonna be oh, I got good news for you though. While I'm trying to get to that. Well, not necessarily good news for you. You're not a Vikings fan, but you are a Michigan fan. From all reports, JJ McCarthy has no limitations and has responded well to rehab on his knee. He's looking good.
Yeah.
So it's a good look. That's a good look. That's a good look. Oh man, that's. I'm interested in seeing what Minnesota does at quarterback. And this is no diss to JJ McCarthy. I think he's definitely, he has the talent, but sometimes the talent don't always translate the way it's supposed to. Um, if you had to make a guess in regards to JJ McCarthy as far as what his career may look like, especially early on, what are your prospects as far as from what you've seen of him, especially in college?
Keep it simple. Do what he does good at Michigan. Except you got two dogs receivers. Kevin O'Connell can teach him that. You could just bring him along. My question
No
is,
doubt.
even though they were saying no limitations and he's going in as QB1, which more or less, unless you were going to pull the trigger on Aaron Rodgers, which I think Kevin O'Connell probably said no to that shit too, then
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you should expect some drop off a little bit just because this will be his first year. Even though he's been in the offense and played a couple preseason, or played I think 2 preseason games before he got hurt, or might have played one. Or did he even make it that one? That shit happened so long ago.
Okay. That's a good question. All right. I don't think so.
Yeah, so
I don't think so.
Minnesota's
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
he might not have, but Minnesota's draft. I mean, just like everybody's draft, well, a lot of people's draft, depends on what you put around them. This question you asked about Puka Nacua and Brock Purdy, has the window closed? Don't know yet. You got a lot of additions and
So
subtractions,
I
so
had he said he said my apologies. I misspoke. Brock Purdy has not received an extension yet, but Puka
okay.
Nacua basically said if they pay him anything more than 50, if they try to pay him over that, the window's closed for them. It's a wrap. And I was like, wow. Okay. And I think that may have something to do with a lot of the subtractions that you're talking about right now. Because if you pay him an exorbitant amount of money, how do you replace the pieces that you lost? You know what I'm saying?
It sounds easy what I'm about to say, but the same way you did it the first time. It's not easy to do it, but you draft well, you free agent. John Lynch has been pretty good about draft picks, so there's that.
Indeed.
So
Indeed. Indeed.
you could definitely make
Indeed.
that work in a way.
Hell yeah. Evan Almighty, what's good, brother?
Yo, what's goody?
What's
Shit,
happening?
chilling, man. Chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? We was just talking about your boy Puka Nacua and Greasy of the San Francisco 49ers.
Bruh,
uh Puka
Nick
said
just lost,
if they
man.
if yeah, I seen they was down 5. I thought they was getting ready to do it again after what happened
Yeah,
in game 1, but we're gonna get there in a minute. But
we're gonna
like
get there.
your man Puka said that if the San Francisco 49ers pay Brock Purdy more than $50 million a year, their Super Bowl window was officially closed.
I
Um,
agree.
okay. And I just said because we was talking about San Fran and Phantom did mention, they had they lost some pieces this year, you know what I'm saying? And they're still actively looking to move some people, you know what I'm saying? It's going to make it hard to replace Debo Samuels and Brandon Ayuk
I don't
if you
think
pay him
CMC
too
has
much
that
money.
many more years left in his career, bro. I don't think
Nope.
I don't think there's too much tread left on those tires. Um, at least he won't run the same way that he did. This is several injuries for him. You got no Debo, you got Ayuk gone. All you got is Kittle and Purdy, and that ain't enough. And you ain't gonna be able to source enough through the draft to be competitive again this year. What I see is them giving doing a Daniel Jones. You're gonna get that man too much money based on potential. You're gonna give him too much
Don't
money.
do it.
Don't do it. You're gonna set yourself back.
Where did
Don't
IU
do
go
it.
at?
Oh no, he ain't going yet. They trying to shop him. They
They're trying to
shopping him, but he
shop
ain't
him.
going to hit that. Yeah, he ain't went
They
nowhere yet,
Okay,
but they
dismantling that
shopping him.
team, bro. They
Yeah,
dismantling
okay.
that
they shopping
team,
him.
and they want to give Brock a whole lot of paper. I don't understand, but all they got to do
Here's
is
what
look at New York and see it. We did the same
here's
thing,
here-
bro.
Absolutely.
here's where you gotta pump your brakes a little bit about that though. And I said it a minute ago. John Lynch, he's drafted well. There's something in that that's younger because the young brother who missed the receiver that I can't remember his damn name, young brother who got shot
Oh
and
yeah,
came back
Oh
later
yeah,
on. You
yeah.
got him. You still got Kittle, so you miss Debo and IU. Debo's production has went down every year since he got that damn contract,
You
Yep.
need CMC, dog. You
and
gotta have.
that right there. Excuse me.
You gotta have.
You can't approximate Christian McCaffrey. Well, you can approximate. You can.
He like built-in numbers, man. He good. He house money. When he healthy, he house money.
It might take
But
a
you
couple of people.
Mm-hmm.
already know that organization already knows the lifespan they see him every day. So there's got to be a plan in place. That's why I say John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan got to know.
You gotta know something.
You got to be put in
What,
place to piece them apart.
what's homeboy name that was his backup that was playing when he was hurt?
I forget his name.
I think he's gone.
The young boy
I think
gone.
he's gone.
That
I
was a
think he
young
left.
cat. Yeah,
I
he
think he
gone.
left. So I mean that puts them in a situation where now the good thing about that though is strangely there are a wealth of quality running backs who still ain't got contracts right now, and that are coming out of college right now. So I mean they have some leeway in regards to that. You might have to draft somebody and sign a free agent with some experience. Then draft somebody to give you a high upside for a long run in the future, and put them together and say, hey, if you go down, y'all gonna have to be him. Okay. Now replacing what Debo does is going to be harder than replacing his production. Like you said, his production is going down every season since he got the contract. But replacing the threat of what he does in other people's heads, it's going to take time. You got to develop somebody and show that they can do that. Or again, a couple different people to fill in those blanks. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Somebody's name who also was keeping up draft boards. While the Shedeur Sanders thing might be a thing or not thing or whatever, we can get to that later. Somebody who's keeping up draft boards, but you never know because he is a running back. Your boy Genty.
Oh yeah.
Be very careful where he goes.
They talking about we might take it.
That might be true, but see, that depends now on if this Shedeur Sanders shit is starting to get a little legs.
If Shedeur Sanders is on the board when we pick, we're going to take it.
Exactly.
I can almost guarantee it. Even with the Geno Smith situation, I know they gave him an extension. They redid his contract, whatever. Yeah, okay. Pete Carroll ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not.
I don't think that. I think that right now Shedeur is in danger of falling to late first. I think Cam will go early.
Cam
and then Travis Hunter. I think Travis going to Cleveland. I think they're gonna take him. I hope they don't, but I think they're gonna take him. If y'all don't just take Shedeur, the next best player in the draft really is that running back. It's Jonty. Everybody keeps saying it. Everybody keeps saying it like he the real deal. Like they keep saying he the real deal.
He don't make it out the top 10.
I don't. Yeah, ain't no way.
No, I'm saying Sanders don't make it out the top 10. I've seen running backs fall. Sanders don't make it out the top 10.
Yeah, I don't see it. They talking all that shit. They talking.
There's two scenarios that make me that agree with that. Tell me he does make it out the top 10. Only two. A, you get a run on defensive players, which has happened.
Right.
B, the young man out of Ole Miss. Shit, I forgot his name, but damn, his name just slipped my mind. But the quarterback out of Ole Miss.
Oh shit.
Disrupts this. So that's the only way I'm saying this. Two things have to happen for this to happen. Where does the quarterback from Ole Miss, does he go before Sanders? And if there's a run on defensive players, which is like, you've seen it happen before, it's like, well, damn.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't making it out of the top 10, though.
Yeah. And it could happen. I don't see that. And I honestly, you know what? Fuck it, man. We here. Let's just do this. Because I was hoping that Soul was gonna pop up by now. I said he ain't rolled up. So we will get to the that other thing there in a moment. I'm gonna let you have the floor so you can talk on that. But since we're here, let's go ahead and talk about it. Shedeur Sanders. Now I've had my own criticisms of Shedeur Sanders. Absolutely, I have. Do I think he's? I think he's the. I think he's either the first or the second best quarterback in the draft this year. One or the other. Like sometimes he looks like the absolute best option. Other times I was like, but Cam Ward though, I feel like you can't go wrong with either one of them. I think you can't lose with either one of them. Oh shoot! This is the shit I be talking about right here. Where you go, Papa? Come on. Okay, no, he didn't do it. There we go. Oh man. So now the Saints are throwing their hat in to potentially get Shedeur Sanders at number 9. We picked before 9 though, and it ain't no guarantee we don't take. Like I know we lost Madison. We do still have Zamir White on the roster, and I honestly feel like with him, if we bring in a couple of solid free agents or maybe somebody later rounds at a running back position, we'll be okay. I think our greater need is a quarterback, and I think Shedeur Sanders himself. To me, the last season at Colorado showed me more than everything that happened before that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people realize how not good Colorado's offensive line was. They weren't very good.
Some of that falls on
Shedeur Sanders had to think fast. He had to figure out, no, I'm not dad fast. I'm not Shiloh fast. But I'm smart. And I can move. So let me figure this out. I seen him take a hit, still deliver a pass. I seen him do all the things that I had questions about him doing. I seen him do it. So I'm like, okay, he's dope. Is he better than Cam Ward? Is he better than Cam Ward?
I'll answer.
You're both general managers of your respective teams. Okay.
I'll answer it this way. And I think we all can come to a consensus on this. What is the first round typically about? Physical, God-given ability, gifts, usually and potential.
Yeah.
Can he play now?
Usually. Or what is he going to be?
Yeah, can he play now?
Cam Ward's physical gifts, his physical gifts outweigh Shedeur Sanders. If you look at Jackson Dart, thank you for my correction. Jackson Dart, the white cat out of Ole Miss, he's physically bigger, stronger, can run from what we've seen. Right. But Shedeur is everything else. You can say arm strength, but who gives a shit about arm strength no more? Gives a fuck about arm strength.
Most of the game is timing and
play between here. If you can do that and deliver,
he's got that.
So, and the Saints never really definitively said they were going to get. And the Saints never really said definitive anyways they were going to get that because they've been playing with Jackson Dart. Because that was what the projections originally were. They were going to get Dart to go to New Orleans. So you got to
New Orleans
pick
definitely
them in that too.
Back.
Yeah, because Derek Carr is
he's done.
Whatever.
He needs to retire. He's falling apart. His body's falling apart.
And at this point in time, we're what?
Damn, man.
We're what? 6 days? We're what? 4 days? 3 days away? 3 days away from this?
Yeah.
So it's Thursday this starts. So the next 3 days, whoever's going to trade, trade up, then we'll see that. But I think the
Shedeur do Tennessee take Travis?
No, they say they're taking Cam Ward. Now that they did.
They're taking Cam Ward. Cam Ward's going number 1.
So at this juncture, we have to, and this is something I tried to explain to people. And I'll tell you why we was having this conversation in a minute. But right now, because the reason we were having that conversation is something I want to task y'all with for when we come back next Monday so we can talk about it. Or we can do it Friday. I mean, either or, it don't matter to me. I think it's going to be kind of fun either way. But
Saturday.
Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, Saturday. Oh shit, we can do it Saturday. We can do it first and then fall right into the football shit because we can make it quick. But I realized a while ago, yeah, a lot of times it just so happened that the best player plays a position that this team needs a player at, and that's why they go first. You know what I'm saying? But more often than not, the best player and the team that's drafting first don't line up. Okay, cool. I can't say that I know for a fact that I think Travis Hunter is the best football player in this draft. Period. The best football player. He's the best wide receiver and the best corner. So I mean, there ain't really no argument there. But Tennessee is in dire need of solving their problem behind center. Dire need. They thought Ryan Tannehill looked like he could be an okay band-aid on the sore for a little bit until he didn't. And now that King Henry gone, maybe it's time to catch up to the rest of the NFL. Throw the ball, but you got to have somebody that can do it. So they take Cam Ward. That means Travis Hunter ends up where? Cleveland?
Most likely.
Yeah, they said they wanted to take him.
Who throws Travis Hunter the ball in Cleveland?
Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco?
They'll figure it out. Travis Hunter can throw the ball to himself.
Probably.
But I will offer you this. Now that you just said that though, what do I always say? Coaches always say they could do with a player. I could fix them. You know, it's quite possible that somebody's putting a call into Tennessee right now saying, if you're going to take Cam Ward, what you want for Will Levis?
True.
He can't be that bad, so what you want for him?
He can play. I think Will Levis can play. I just think he's in a bad situation. That was overwhelming. That was overwhelming for him.
So who's to say somebody doesn't make that phone? This is just stuff we're throwing out now. Somebody doesn't say, hey, Will Levis, what y'all want for him? Even though you can still keep him because you ain't got to pay him.
Yo, that's wild. So Son said I think, okay, so check this. This is how I feel about Will Levis. I feel like Will Levis is the guy that he could be. I feel like he could be like a what's your man name? Nick Foles type nigga, right? Because he can run a little. He got some mobility. He can throw the ball, all of that. He got the tools and he has the size. He looks like an NFL quarterback. But here's my thing. If you trade for Will, okay. So first, my question becomes: out of the teams who may want to make that move, who are in need of a quarterback, but know that they're not going to get one of the guys, who do you see making that trade for Will Levis?
That depends.
Where does it make sense? I guess that's a bigger question.
If you want that one, because that's going to depend on the draft for me.
I feel you.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But do you think that they may want to keep him?
Dallas about gambling. Dallas should go get him.
The black quarterback in Tennessee. Oh, Malik Willis. Dallas? Oh, I can see that. I can see that. Oh man.
Jerry ain't making that deal.
The black quarterback in Tennessee, Malik Willis, he played for Green Bay now.
Yeah, he still plays for Green Bay.
The black quarterback in Tennessee, the Titans or the Volunteers? Because I know what's your boy name to play for Tennessee,
Talking about
University of Tennessee quarterback.
Your boy that came from Dudley, hurt his knee.
What's his name? Hedden? That's his name? Holden? Something.
Hooker.
Hooker. That's it.
Herndon Hooker.
Herndon Hooker. That's it. Yeah. Yo, I'm looking forward to seeing what he do. Okay, so Cam Ward, Travis Hunter. Who picking third again?
The Giants. Cleveland picked second.
Second, Giants.
Cleveland got third.
So, third.
You're leaving somebody
the
out
oh,
because the
Giants picked
defensive
third.
player Abdul shit.
The
D
Patriots
ain't out of
picked
Penn
fourth.
State. The D ain't out of Penn State whose name
Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Abdul
It's
Carter.
gonna be a defensive person in the top three, bro. Like
Abdul Carter might go to
that
Cleveland.
good. Yeah, he that good.
Well, they predict him to go to y'all.
Yeah, he that
they
good,
predicted
bro.
him to go to y'all.
The Panthers?
The Giants.
Oh, the Giants. Yeah, I'm about to say he ain't
No,
making it out of the top five.
Nah, he won't make it out
Hell,
top
that dude
five.
Nah, he ain't making it out of the top five. Shit, no. And he ain't worked out and been on the. He ain't worked
So
out.
they got him going to the Giants.
Combine.
They got So right now they got Gentry going to the Patriots.
At 4.
They got Shedeur Sanders going to us at 6. That's interesting. Your boy Mason Graham, defensive tackle. They got him going to Jacksonville at 5. The one
that interests me.
Offensive tackle, edge rusher, quarterback. Okay, yeah.
Keep on. I noticed in the top 10 because I looked at. Well, I hadn't seen the 4.0s, but I noticed in the top 10. You know who I ain't seen in the top 10 yet though? Since the shit he said was your boy Tetron Miller, McMillan, wide receiver out of Arizona State. Is it Arizona State? Arizona?
Oh yeah, nah, he is suspiciously absent.
Yeah, he ain't do shit out of that.
Oh shit. Hey, I mean, sometimes I be feeling bad for these dudes sometimes because I be like, sometimes y'all don't even realize when you really, really could potentially be rolling the dice on your whole future right now just because of this dumb shit you about to say out your mouth because you feel like you should.
But
I'm just saying.
But you know what though? That is that has caused some of the greatest.
Hold up.
What's up? I was about to say that has caused some of the greatest draft questions in history. So you can do it. Because Randy Moss shouldn't have went where he went without trouble. Harold Owens, all the motherfuckers that didn't got any shit.
Man. Green, I don't know, man. I hope that we stay where we at and get the quarterback that we need. And I'm glad that Geno's there, so he got somebody to kind of watch. They Shedeur kind of reminds me of Geno in a lot of ways because neither one of them was a super mobile quarterback. And they rely more on their accuracy and being able to put the ball where it's supposed to be at than anything else. And just their smarts. And I think Shedeur is a more athletic version of Geno Smith. You know what I'm saying? It kind of weighs out in my brain. So I mean, that gives Pete Carroll something he's familiar with the upgraded ability to kind of try to shape the offense around. So I can definitely appreciate that. The linebacker from Georgia.
That's the one.
I'll take
that's
him.
the one.
I ain't tripping.
That's another one for y'all.
Tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't tripping. I'll take him.
Yeah,
I will take him.
Have y'all got 2 in the first round?
Yeah.
So y'all got 2 and what is 15, 2, 18, and 12? You're 12. Man, what kind of thing is this?
We got like 4 picks.
Yeah, we got
the first round.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
We don't suck for nothing.
I got 4 in the first round. Y'all can do a little bit of everything. Man.
We need a little. That's what I was gonna say. We need a little bit of everything, though. So we'll see what we come up with. As long as we get one of them good youngins, there's some good youngins. It's like a nice slathering of good youngins. In the draft, you can get you some offense, some defense, some whatever you need is out there this year. So You know,
Would
it's
you
gonna be grueling.
rather? Okay, so let me ask you this way then. Would you be happy if they say they're gonna take Jalen Milroe later?
I take that.
Mm.
I take that. That could be something that's it's worth a pick. It's been worse picks.
I think the thing is, I think I'm probably more interested in what's going to end up happening on Friday than what's happening on Thursday. Only because Thursday, all of the name, unless there's like some super surprise, a person that nobody saw getting taken in the first round, jumps to gets taken in the first round. Like that would be dope. But like all of these names that are going to get called in the first round, for the most part, we've heard their names being thrown around the entire time the cycle's been going. And just in relation to where they're going to end up and all of those things. But
We
I'm
might
really
take
interested
Shallow. Who
in
knows?
the guys that we know are really good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want us to take Shiloh personally. I don't want us to take him up here. Like
Yeah,
we'll be able
nah,
to get him later.
he
You
aggressive, yo. He
know what I'm
aggressive.
saying? But yeah, absolutely.
Kind of reminds
I'll
me
take
of
him.
less
If we got
physical
both Sanders
Jamal Adams.
brothers,
Yeah, I like that. That you right, Phantom.
yeah,
That's the archetype.
hell yeah.
He
A
real
less
physical.
physical Jamal Adams, a little bit of Earl, not the ball hawk like
Mm.
Earl Thomas maybe, but he kind of got
Yeah,
that. You could put him
he in
down
the
there.
area. He know where to be.
Yeah, you
He
could put
know
him
where to
down there.
be. Yeah, to junk it up. He a good addition to a defense.
So let me ask you this: with the comparisons y'all just gave, is he going to be better suited as a safety or a corner in the NFL?
Give
With the
him the
Because I know he
combo.
plays corner
yeah,
now. I
that's
don't
what I
think
was gonna
he's the
say.
most astute man-to-man coverage person. So yeah,
He'll
I
learn.
feel you. He ain't Patrick Surtain, that's for certain. But
He'll get burnt enough.
Nah,
He practicing with the big boys now, yo. He going out there
put him
practicing with
in.
the big boys.
Give him a give him a nickel package, and put him in. Give him a nickel package, a Buffalo nickel, big nickel
real
package,
shit.
and give him that whose role? Who am I thinking about? Hell, give him Jeremy Chin role. Have a Jeremy Chin kind of role. Safety, a little bit of an athlete. Give him a little bit of that.
Oh yeah,
Let him run around like Troy
yeah,
Polamalu.
yeah.
Just mess stuff up, man. Just go hit people.
That'll be
Just
lit.
go to the
That'll be
ball. Go
lit.
hit people.
Because if you take some of the you take a little bit of the coverage responsibility away from him.
He like that. He like
Uh,
that old school position where what they call it, a rover back. You ain't
Yeah,
big enough to be a deep end, a DN. You're a little bit too slow to be a cornerback, but you like to hit like a safety. So they put you. You can play up on the near line. You can play fourth linebacker. You a rover, man. Just let him go hit people.
yeah. Let us.
oh, I mean, he ain't as fast as him, but he could be like a Thomas Davis type. I think Thomas Davis probably could have played strong safety. Really, they could have just went in and left him back there. They could have put him back there.
Mm-hmm.
I think. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
Strong
don't
saying?
fuck
players
his
that know
knees
where to
up.
be.
If he hadn't fucked his
Just
ACLs up coming out of Georgia, yeah,
Fast,
he
yo.
was kind of compared to a Sean Taylor at one point in time.
Just know where to be, man. He where the ball is all the time.
Sean Taylor. Man, you talk about niggas as a wide receiver. I had a list of people I hope I don't never get hit by. Sean Taylor on that list. Steve Atwater was on that list. Ed Reed was on that list. Dawkins was on that list. Oh man, bro. My man. Julius Peppers was all over the paper. I had one sheet with just his name on it. Don't ever touch me. What is wrong with you? Get away from me, you overly large human. Stop playing.
James
Oh
Harrison,
man. So I think
Burfict.
we might be. James Harrison, come on, dog. Stop playing. Stop
Popping people.
playing. I'm enjoying seeing these OG athletes still talking their shit. I'm happy to see it. The whole Asante Samuel thing sparked a whole thing, like all over the place. It's been crazy, and I'm loving to see it because to let me know that you stepped away from the game. Like you still got that dog in you though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's up. And the one that kind of Brandon Jennings started some trouble. Brandon
He is
Jennings started
trouble.
some trouble because Brandon Jennings said that his whole draft class was trash. And other than I can forget who he said, who was in the draft class? Was it Steph? I think did him and Steph come in the same year?
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, he in the same draft class as
I think
Steph.
so. Yeah. He said so. Other than Steph, um, he could take everybody else one on one. Any one of them, it don't matter who it is. And so he said they started calling names. They was like Ty Lawson. He was like trash. I'll beat him. So Ty Lawson hopped on the social media and was like, "Hey, dog, it's all love, you know what I'm saying? But stop playing. You know better than that. Stop playing with me. You know better. Who you ever played defense on? Stop playing with me."
Yeah.
I was like,
Ty
"Yeah."
Lawson a
So, but
dog. He a
then
dog.
Pat Bev stood up and said, "Well, hold up. I was in that draft class too."
Uh,
So Brandon Jennings, of course, go to the you average less than 10 points most of the years of your career, da 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 da. But Pat Bev said, "Cool. But how you gonna score? It ain't gonna matter if I score or not. How you gonna score?"
how you gonna
I
score?
was like, ah! Yo, I'm telling you, yo, we would definitely get back touch on that a little bit more in just a minute. But right now, I do want to do something that I promised everybody we would do. My man been bringing it to the table on a regular basis, and since I don't watch wrestling, I decided that since these brothers do, I will bring somebody on who also watches wrestling and it can kick it with them on that thing. So apparently WrestleMania just happened, and I do remember WrestleMania from when I was younger and did watch wrestling. I probably haven't seen a WrestleMania in 30 plus years at this point, but um, apparently, it's still a big deal. You know what I mean? So without hesitation, all the way over here from the Interrogation Room podcast, represent Sound Chamber Productions West Coast, of course. My man Soul the Interrogator's here. Also a member of the Panther Politics Network family. Boom. There
What's
we
up,
go.
y'all?
So what's good, fam?
Peace.
Oh,
Peace.
what's up,
What up?
man?
What up? I'm chilling,
So
man.
man, hey, look,
My headphones
I'm
are
getting
not
ready to mute the fuck up.
working.
I'm getting ready to mute the fuck up. Yo, Phantom, take it
Can you
away,
guys
man. The
hear me
floor is yours,
okay?
bro.
Hmm?
Hold on.
Yeah.
So
My
it's good to
headphones
meet you,
aren't
brother.
working. They're coming through my computer speakers. So if it starts echoing and shit, my bad. Can
Okay, can you hear me good?
you guys hear me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
I hear
got
you.
you.
Yeah.
First off, welcome. It's
Okay.
good to meet you. You've been telling
I'm
me
trying to get
you
my
were wrestling head.
I'm trying to get my headphones to work, but yeah, absolutely, 100%. Here, wait. Okay, hold up. Trying to get my headphones to work. Give me a second here. Let's see. Be that option, which is really weird, but okay. Yeah, I'm a big wrestling head. I've been watching wrestling for like 10 years old, And yes, Evan, thing. This is WrestleMania 41. It's been going on for 41 years. So yes, it's big. And it's so big that it's 2 nights instead of just one, Did y'all watch it?
Yes, I have
Hello?
some thoughts. Yes, I have some thoughts. I have some problems. I have some long-term
Okay.
story build problems that I'm getting to now.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
all the triple threat matches were good, told stories, great matches. Those are the best two, and the Dirty Dom, the Fatal 4-Way with Dirty Dom. That crowd for Vegas, that's like a home game. That was like a home game for him because he might as well had it in California. The way that crowd popped for him, he's going in Eddie Guerrero territory now. He's definitely going there. So you hear me still?
You mean, yo,
I don't know. What's happening right now? I don't understand. What's going on?
They just said, hold on.
I'm so confused.
So's going to get his other, he get his
All right,
good
well,
headphones.
Yeah, you might have to
no
go
doubt.
over air
Shit.
here.
Hey, yeah, no doubt. Hey, I'm saying, so you said you have now. Okay, so you said you have long-term story build problems.
Okay, so let me go ahead and just try to paint this.
So
Let me paint this for y'all as best I can until Soul comes back.
okay,
Because I got to paint it as best I can because I don't know what y'all seen. I don't know what y'all watched. So I don't know quite where y'all are.
I know absolutely nothing. I can promise you that.
So, okay, we're going to let that one
I
go.
can promise you
Ev,
that.
you
I don't
told
know
me you
shit.
ain't caught up much either. And Soul is the rest man, so Soul probably going to understand everything I'm about to say and then some.
okay, I'm back.
You good to go?
I had to fix my headphones; they weren't working.
All right, so you good to
Oh,
go?
Oh, that's
let's
what's
hear
up.
your take on it, and then
Shit.
I'm going to give you mine because I have a feeling you and I are on the same page with this year's WrestleMania. So,
Oh, okay, so for me, the card itself, the 2-day event card itself, good card. Now, the main event, second day Cena thing, that's a story we're just gonna table that one separately from everything else because that's a bunch of some shit that
yeah,
you mother. I'm just gonna say it like you motherfuckers asked for that shit. You got it now, so we're gonna get to that. But the Jey Uso thing, I thought nothing was surprising there. It told two different things. Jey was gonna win that title, but it also planted the seed also of this is Gunther's second year not winning the big one. So that's a storyline they can come back to later on to use on him. The triple threat matches, the Heyman, Rollins, all that, they planted that seed perfectly, and then they told on themselves 2 weeks before the event happened. At least 2 weeks. But I'm going to give Bully Ray credit on this. Bully Ray said that shit about a month and a half. I caught it. He was like, y'all be careful. He's planting that seed for self. So I'll give Bully Ray that credit on that one. I didn't see it fully until about 2 weeks,
oh
2
yeah,
weeks prior.
I said the same thing. I predicted that months ago. Months ago.
So that doesn't really shock me. The triple threat women's match, thank God they did that for EO because they played that like, oh, she's
Yes.
the throw off. But that crowd was so far hot and so far behind her. You would have fucked with that crowd would have been pissed at y'all. Even if it is Rhea
Yeah.
Ripley or Bianca Belair. But now that split
Oh yeah.
Bianca off.
They're boom.
That split.
They were booing Bianca. They were
Yeah.
booing her straight up.
Yeah, but see, that's the WrestleMania crowd. The WrestleMania crowds are not the normal crowds. They're like the international crowd plus that. Just like the Raw at the Mania right now, the money. I don't know if you watched any of Raw on Netflix just yet. It's like that crowd right now.
On tonight.
Yeah, that crowd right now is like in between hot for. Well, I ain't gonna spoil it for. I've seen some of it, but I ain't know what you want to know about that. We'll get to that later. But those crowds are always. That's why the international events now when they do Raw SmackDowns. If you notice how the crowds are so savage that they make American crowds have to go step up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that match,
I agree.
So them two was good. The Dirty Don one was a pleasant surprise. Like that was a pleasant like okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just went along okay. Then it's like oh shit. Then the Finn Balor, and then that last sequence right there when that 619 and he pulls him off and then yanks his foot before he does a frog splash, and it's like as soon as he hit that frog splash on top of that coup de grace, I was like, oh shit, the crowd really, really wants that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so and the Randy Orton thing, the Joe Hendry thing,
shit. Yo,
the Joe Hendry thing for Randy Orton, I wasn't thinking about Joe Hendry. I thought about everybody else except Joe Hendry until Joe Hendry did. And I was like, I'll be damned. They popped for Joe Hendry like, hell yeah, we'll take Joe Hendry.
I thought it was going to be Rusev, to be honest, because he just resigned. So I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, he did. But guess what, though? Tonight.
Okay. All right.
Tonight.
All right.
He was there tonight. But
it's the Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah, so the Joe Hendry thing was like everybody popped for it. It was like, okay, well that is the TNA World Champion, but they do have a relationship with Impact now, just like they bought AAA. So
Mm.
I'm like, all right, they let that one kind of. So
I
Randy,
felt that
So
Randy
let me ask y'all a
made
question.
a TNA.
Oh, go ahead.
What's up? Well, yeah, let me make my
No, go ahead.
point real quick. I
No,
feel
no,
that
go ahead. Go ahead.
Randy made. I feel that WWE made a TNA World Heavyweight Champion look weak, because it was kind of a squash match. It was really quick. It wasn't very competitive. I was really happy to see Joe Hendry there because I actually legit like him. But I noticed, I said Randy looked like a giant next to that dude, and he just kind of made him look weak. And that was my only disappointment. I wanted to see something a little more competitive out of that. But anyway, what's up, Seven?
Just wondering, as people who are longtime fans of wrestling, and I'm pretty sure you've seen probably most of, if not all of the WrestleManias at this point. In comparison to previous WrestleManias, like, okay, so let me ask this: in your opinion, what was the best WrestleMania to you?
I'm going to be a little biased. I'm going to say WrestleMania 19 because it was in Seattle and I got to go there with my son. And so it was a big bonding experience for me and my son. And to watch Stone Cold Steve Austin's last match with The Rock. I mean, this one in Dallas, you won't understand, Seth, because you don't watch, but for the wrestling fans that know, the one in against KO is now his official last match. But at the time in Seattle, that was going to be his retirement match. And watching that match was really big. And it was at home at Safeco Field in front of 67,000 people. If you've never been to a WrestleMania, the atmosphere is electric. It was a great one. But I would say WrestleMania 18 was one of my favorites too, because it had The Rock versus Hulk Hogan when he came back, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That was a good match. That was great. And then, of course, WrestleMania 1, I watched that live when Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik. Now, today, I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan. I don't like him. I think he's a racist piece of shit. He lies in all of his interviews. I don't like him. And then hearing about all the backstage politics he caused and how people just, I don't like him anymore. But back when I was younger, I did. He was like one of my heroes and shit. So WrestleMania 1 was one, that was the first one that kicked it off. This to me was more like WrestleMania 9, the last time we were in Vegas. It was okay. It was good. I have my takes. I wrote some notes down, but I wanted to hear the rest of what you thought before I got into my thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Proceed.
No,
I was curious because I know it's been so many of them, so I figured I would ask.
yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so like I agree. I felt the Jey Uso match was a little flat. Jey Uso is not as good a work. See, I look at things like as a smart fan, because like I study the psychology of wrestling, and I pay attention to bookings, like like when you're saying, I predicted that Seth Rollins was going to go with Paul Heyman because I was paying attention to things like Roman Reigns was saying, I made this happen. I did this favor for CM Punk. I did this. Me. And Paul Heyman's in the back. You can see his face and his expression said everything. And then when Punk was thanking everybody, like several times, he failed to thank Paul Heyman. And I could see Paul Heyman's. I said, oh, watch. Paul Heyman's going to feel like, like he's not respected. And these two guys just use me, and I'm going to go with Seth, And so I kind of pay attention to that. So that's why I predicted Seth Rollins. Even before I heard Bully Ray on Busted Open, I predicted that. And my homie's like, no, that's not going to happen. I'm like, okay. And I was with the homies, and they're like, I was 100% on all my predictions on night one, and they're looking at me like, bro, you should be a booker. But anyway, I felt Jey Uso was a little flat. I thought the buildup got really good near the end. when Jay kind of snapped after he beat Jimmy up and got him all bloody and all that. And but he's so over right now. It's impossible to not put the belt on him because I feel like he sells a lot of merchandise. The kids love him. The fans love him. They like doing the yeet, and he comes out of the crowd and all that. It just makes perfect sense that he's so over. They got to put the title on him. But I feel that Gunther is a better promo and a better worker than Jey Uso. You know what I'm saying? Gunther's he's like a perfect heel.
He's a throwback.
But my surprise of the night was Tiffany. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. My big surprise of the night was Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte. Leading up to that, I could really care less. I was like, yeah. I was so bored. I was like, and then when Tiffany snapped on Charlotte on what was that, Raw or SmackDown? And she said, "You ain't the queen of shit when you were 25." Yeah, SmackDown. That's right. You ain't the queen of shit when you were 25. You're in your daddy's basement drinking and getting drunk, and I'm up here winning world championships. And she got real personal with it. And so that match was a shoot because I could see Charlotte. She was laying in punches, and she broke. I don't know if you know, but Tiffany Stratton, several of her teeth broke.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they were chipped, and I was like, oof. And she had bumps on her head and abrasions and all that shit. Okay. Yeah, it was a good match.
When that turned, it turned in when Charlotte buried the shit out of her on that video conference they did first.
Yeah, he sure did. Yep.
And then when she went into business for herself, because that Chicago crowd killed Charlotte, and Charlotte just got lost like she wanted to play good girl. She wanted to play good and bad. And Tiffany just was like, no, this is real power because I'm about to eat your goddamn lunch. And Wade Barrett's face was just like, oh shit, this is finna go here.
Oh yeah.
Wade Barrett just told it like, hey.
Oh yeah.
And then she had to hit that line, and she was like, when do you ever see somebody? I was saying, when do you ever see somebody give up power? Like you can have the last word, and then she just tried to take it back. Like, well, Kaiser's in my DM. Saying, no, it's too late. She already didn't cook your ass. Wade Barrett looked at that shit and said, it's time to go.
Did you see Kaiser's response to that?
Linda Hart.
Yeah, with Shawn Michaels, don't flatter yourself.
Yep.
That was so dope, man. I was like, Kaiser's the only man who's been accused of cheating that nobody believed it. What did you think of the El Grande?
All right, so check it.
Match?
Check it. Hold it.
What?
So look, I know we be having I put it in the chat, but ain't nobody read. I know we all locked in right now. I know we got certain times we got to be out. So I know we pressing. I don't want to kill it, and I think that we should probably come back to this conversation because I still got more WrestleMania questions. But real quick, a minute each. Soul and Phantom. What was the match of the night and why? What was the match of WrestleMania and why for you?
So I'll let Soul have it.
Who we starting with?
I'll let Soul go. Okay. You go first. You have
night one. Night one. The triple threat match with Seth, CM Punk, and Roman. Night two was also the triple threat. I'm not a triple threat guy. I don't like triple threat matches, but I don't know what it was, but WrestleMania, both nights put on an incredible triple threat match. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and oh my gosh, I can't. Bianca Belair. My gosh, they did amazing. That was an amazing match, and I think the weakest match of the night was both nights was Cena versus Cody. I felt that was flat. It was just wasn't there. I didn't. And Travis Scott really messed everything up. That he's a clown. He shouldn't even have been up in that motherfucker. So anyway, I'll give it to you.
Wait, I can Travis Scott, the rapper Travis Scott.
Yeah. They decided to insert him,
joking. Go ahead.
and Yeah,
No,
it's a long
no,
story.
it is Travis Scott.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, bro. And Travis Scott was absolute trash.
and he
Crap.
didn't want to take that receipt from Cody. He flaked out on
Nope.
that receipt. He owed Cody goddamn should have bust his goddamn ass. But yeah, he flaked out on that receipt. Cody.
Bro, 7, real quick, just to give you an idea. When there's 2 sayings of wrestling, there's shoot and work. A work means it's a pre-scripted routine that you go through. A shoot means it's real. Like if somebody shoot punches you in the face, that's like a real punch. Like that's not part of the script. So the last pay-per-view at Elimination Chamber, The Rock and John Cena turned bad, and Travis Scott hauled up and smacked Cody Rhodes so hard. Cody Rhodes is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes' son. He's the champion, now ex-champion. But he hit him so hard, he broke his eardrum and he gave him a black eye, legit black eye. And it was we all said, that's a shoot. He's getting a receipt. A receipt means you're getting a payback. You know, we're going to pay you back for that. So Travis Scott has no idea about the business of wrestling, and he had no business being in that ring at all. So anyway, Ben, I'm gonna give it to you.
Find out. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
everybody got to
crazy.
catch up. Mine is the same as yours. The triple threats were pulled off excellent. I think the females did it better with less time because they didn't give them no time to tell the proper story, but they did enough. All action, no drama, no women drama, soap opera bullshit, and they just told a great story with just the moves in the ring, and that was pretty. That was beautiful to see.
Absolutely.
Now, my worst thing is, I can make this real quick. So they said that, yeah, Rock, you fucked up wrestling because what the fuck was the point of you doing all this shit to send Travis Scott down that motherfucker?
Bingo.
And
Bingo.
And I'm gonna say, Soul, I'm gonna let you on this one and tell me how you feel about this. We have to get out of here. Ever since they told his ass no for WrestleMania 40, and the fans told him no, he's been searching for that moment to come back. Like, yeah, motherfucker, you get forgot about too, because all the shit he's done is one off. It has made no fucking sense whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, Triple H even said in an interview just recently on Ariel Helwani, he said every time The Rock comes in, we have a storyline laid out, and he comes in and he throws a monkey wrench into everything. We have to redo everything to fit him wanting to be in because he's on the board of directors. He just waltzes in and says, hey, I got some ideas, because he has his own writers. And it kind of throws everything off. So I'm really sick of The Rock. I used to love him back in the 90s. I can't stand him now. Final boss, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Brian Gewirtz. When Brian Gewirtz is in that room,
yeah,
you know what's gonna happen.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Wow,
Simmons, like I have no idea what these guys are saying at all.
Guess what?
I mean,
Sev, guess what? Sev, hey, Soul, we gonna have some other conversations because me and goddamn Soul can do this shit.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I told Sev I wanted to do
I got a surprise.
I wanted to do a wrestling-based podcast.
I got a surprise for y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? It's a surprise. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag going to the NBA. Cooper Flag's going to the NBA. Surprise! Ta-da! Y'all don't look surprised. I was like, why? I was like, why is that a headline? Duh. Is anybody shocked, surprised at all about any of that? I don't. Jeez Louise.
No.
I don't understand. The NBA playoffs is in full swing right now. I gotta say, salute to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hey, there you go. Congratulations. Enjoy that one. And that's all I gotta say. Enjoy that one. The New York Knicks had a great game one comeback. Man, it was. I just knew they was gonna lose again. I just knew they were gonna lose. I knew. I was like, what is happening right now? They scored 40 points in the fourth quarter alone. To beat Detroit. They beat them 123-112. Now, of course, Detroit came back tonight to even the series up 1-1. I don't know, Ev. How you feel about how you feel about how your boy is looking right now?
They got to stop that second half playing. You ain't gonna be able to score 40 points every fourth quarter. So you got to stop that. You got to play the entire game. So if they can do that, they'll make it past Detroit. You know, I like the way the playoffs look this year. Even on the East, it's just a lot of young, athletic teams. Like everybody is running. It's even Boston. Is running. Everybody's up and down the floor. So it looks good. If you'll play a complete game, we can get past Detroit. But if we keep doing this second half stuff, Kate Cunningham is figured it out. He a star. So you give somebody like that, he a DeMar DeRozan in his prime. Like he's going to score. Like, and you can't
Yeah,
stop that. So
yeah.
he get hot
I'm
and have a
glad you
couple
said that.
30-point nights, 35-point night, 40-point night. We might be in trouble. But
And yeah, and 2 other people decide to play along with him. You in for a long night.
yeah, you in for a
Yeah,
long night,
yeah, you in
yo.
for a long night. Detroit ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's real shit. If y'all had a chance to Phantom, so either one of y'all had a chance to see the Knicks play in the playoffs so far?
When I saw that
Let
40-point
me let
lead,
me give my little take here on the.
Oh
Sorry,
shit,
go ahead,
we got a
Phantom.
got somewhere.
Go ahead.
no,
Okay.
you got
Yeah,
you got it.
there's a
So go
lag.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
This
Yeah.
is my take. I've been boycotting the NBA since Clay Bennett stole my team, the Seattle Supersonics, and turned them into OKC. So anytime I watch the playoffs, it's just to watch the Thunder lose. So with all this talk about expansion, I'm cautiously optimistic, but I have not been actively watching basketball. I need to turn on the playoffs and just kind of get my head in there. But the short answer is no. I have not watched the Knicks play, but I love hoop and I want to watch because I want my damn team back. So go Sonics.
Man, look, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I feel it. You know what? To be here in the Northwest now, and to know to viscerally be able to see and feel how people respond to what happened with the Sonics is so, man, it's moving, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's a moving shit.
Yeah, we
It's
we
moving
ain't
for
playing
real, for
about
real.
that.
Nah, not at all. Phantom, what you got for me? As far as the Knicks should be 2-0 right now, but we ain't gonna get into all that. But my bad. Go ahead.
Hey, bro. I saw that first game one. I didn't see the one tonight. And I saw that 21. I was like, oh, okay. But I actually agree. Somebody said something like the Knicks shouldn't be discouraged. And they won tonight.
Detroit won.
So
It's
Detroit won
1-1.
tonight. So, yeah, no, Detroit won tonight. I'm like,
Yeah.
this might be a series more than y'all think it is. And the
I
fact
think
that
Detroit
Detroit
better than people think.
and the fact that Detroit did that shit they did for the tickets, locking out all the tickets and making the home game because they saw what happened in Philly last year, a couple years ago. That might help Detroit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we
Detroit
was
is better
Knicks
than
ain't,
talking,
people give them credit for. Yeah.
yeah.
and we was talking the other night about Ja Wick, um, and the not having a spirit of excellence, um,
Mm.
having all the talent in the world and not having a spirit of excellence. And then you juxtapose that with somebody like Derrick Rose, who didn't have the body, but had the spirit of excellence on the basketball court. And it was apparent to see. You look at somebody like Ja Wick, and the talent looks like Derrick Rose. It jumps right off the court at you. And you know that should be somebody that you can have as the face of the league. Homie went out there and his team got beat by 50 points. And on the bench, I saw more than once him laughing, smiling, playing. You playing and you getting mopped. out there in the playoffs. You know, on a playing
Mm.
game. On a playing game, you might as well let Kobe go out there. Kobe played with heart. He might not have all the talent that Ja got, but Kobe White played with heart. You might as well let the Bulls win in the play-in so we could have seen something out there. If he does
That shit is
not
crazy.
take on a mentor, I think that John Morant might be a 30 for 30 ESPN story. Like we really might get a 30 for 30 off of John Morant.
Yeah,
Because
I can
he's
see it.
almost making a case where when he runs his course in Memphis, who gonna take him? Who gonna take him?
Yeah.
Who? You can't coach him. His daddy going wherever he go. Who gonna take him? You about to ruin yourself because that didn't look. The optics weren't right for somebody that's supposed to be
Mm.
what he's supposed to be. Yo, that was terrible.
You know how many times I seen Ja Morant do something on the court and seen the coach do this? Like, nah, that's not what you're supposed to be doing right now.
Can't coach him.
And mind you, you scored or whatever. Okay, cool. But that wasn't the play, dog. What are you doing?
Nope.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
challenge, I challenge that. I challenge that a little bit, though. You know why? Because he went to Memphis, and there's no established like playoff championship level coach. Put that behind
True.
him. If you put that behind him, then that curbs everything.
As long
If he
as
was in
his
San
daddy
Antonio, there's
goes
no way he
wherever
doing
he
that.
goes, it ain't gonna matter,
No, no.
dog. As
Yeah,
long
he
as his
If he
will,
was
daddy
in
go wherever he go, it ain't gonna matter.
bro.
if he
I'll
was
tell
in
you,
San
I'll tell you,
Antonio, ain't no way he doing that.
hey,
Ain't
you can
no
ex
way
San,
he doing that.
Promise.
you
He
can ex
wouldn't
San
be in
Antonio.
and that's what I mean. He wouldn't be in San Antonio because
No, ex that
as a
out.
GM, as a business person, I would look at it that way. As long as your daddy is on the front row right there, and you move here to San Antonio and buy your daddy a house across the street from you, and y'all doing YN activities out here in San Antonio, just like you was doing in Memphis, I can't have that. So you wouldn't even be in
Mm-mm.
San Antonio. You wouldn't have that
Win,
opportunity. You gonna have to go
I wouldn't
somewhere
have that.
else.
winning culture will change that. But I'm gonna give you the one name. Winning culture will change that. But I guarantee you go to winning culture. Let's just say hypothetically, Pat Riley just says, okay.
Ooh.
You think Pat Riley gonna deal with that shit? Pat Riley gonna put a team around his ass and say, hey,
Yeah,
you fuck this.
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say if John Moran was playing, from what I've read about him and seen about him, if he was playing in the '90s, he would have been gone. They'd have
Oh
sat
yeah,
his
for
ass
sure.
down. Do you see if he played on the Bulls at Jordan? Jordan would have beat his ass
He would have
acting like
He
he
would have beat
does.
him.
Oh yeah.
He would have beat
Blah,
him.
blah,
That
blah,
dude's,
blah, 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 blah.
oh yeah. You ain't playing for self. This is a team sport, bro. We're trying to win. We're not trying to, make you look great. Yeah, I agree with y'all, man. Jaws, he's talented, but he's a problem.
He's
Shit.
problem, bro. That's
Yeah.
my worst take from the playoffs that I've seen so far. The games have been excellent. We're getting a chance to see Cleveland play. An excellent team, small market team. They don't hype them up a lot during the season, so you won't see the Cavs. But Donovan
Yeah.
Mitchell is a problem. Spider's a problem. That team is really, really good, real young, real athletic. It's the reason they got the number one record in the East.
Mm-hmm.
They are an excellent team. Dallas looks hurt, like they were supposed to. Anthony Davis is doing the best that he can. And speaking, he's a real pro. I give AD that. He a real pro. Because when they put the cameras in front of the man, he says the right things about the
Oh yeah,
deal,
for sure.
about his former teammates, about the city and the team that he plays for and the circumstances that he's in. He does an excellent job.
Do you think that was a good trade,
It was a horrible
AD?
trade.
And
It was a horrible trade for Dallas. It was a good trade for LA.
for LA, yeah.
Yeah,
LA's
good
doing a
trade
lot
for LA.
better.
They're doing a lot better, man.
Yeah.
Dallas lost in that. The fans should be upset. If I was AD, I'd be upset. If I was Luca, I'd be kind of neutral because it's gonna be his team once LeBron finally decide to sit down
Yeah.
somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So he got skated off to LA. You know, it's a great destination for it to be showtime
Yeah.
for him. So he won. Um, it just sucks to see Dallas in that way because they had a nice little something going. Healthy Kyrie and Luca down there. It was nice. Kyrie and AD was nice, but we just never got to see it.
They was talking about Luca's weight was an issue for them or some shit like that. When the trade happened, Dallas said that. I was like, what?
They were just grasping the straws, man. Just trying
Yeah.
to find a way to something
Yeah.
to save a little face for that sheepish move. I still don't understand it why they did it. Maybe
I
it's
think
something.
Yeah.
What you think it
okay,
was, Phantom?
execution, wrong. Explanation, wrong. Basketball move, possibly. Here's why I say possibly. Lakers part, I'll leave out of that. For the Mavericks part, just think about it the way this works. Gafford, Lively, a healthy AD, and Kyrie. You got everything you can do with that. Thank you. So that's what I'm saying. Explanation fucked up. Package fucked up. But on the court, it's like, okay, you shut the fuck up about Luka's weight because, okay, he was what he was before that. The picks part, like, yeah, you got picks for Rudy Gobert. You should have got more for Luka Doncic. But okay, he went to LA. But on the court, if you look at the bigs and all that, with Kyrie orchestrating that can beat anybody.
Yeah.
Legitimately can beat anybody with a healthy AD. There's a if with that, but okay. So there's the if with that, but I'm just saying. Now, Nico Harrison explanation and all that. That's what I say. There's certain parts of it that were like, okay, you make sense, but you undermine your whole sense with like, yeah, it's Luka's team. He was their dirt.
I think you had more longevity with Luka being there, even with a weight problem or whatever you were trying to put on him.
Of course you
than
did.
You did with street clothes. You know, I love AD. When he owned top tier player. But he earned the name Street Clothes. He really has.
As soon as that contract up, he's out of there.
He's gone.
As soon as that contract up, he's out of there.
He can't stay on the court. He him and Embiid are the same.
But
Great basketball players, man, just can't stay on the court.
But I gotta change the subject real quick for y'all because even though they lost and we bagged on them, we said, will Russell Westbrook stay on the bench? Nah, he's an X factor, dog. Russell Westbrook is always going to be an X factor because of everything else.
He's a Hall of Famer, bro. We said that. That's a Hall of Famer, dog. Easy.
I'm just talking about I'm watching that game that went in overtime. I'm like, yeah, you might want him to shoot that shit, but everything else he can give you, he'll give you that shit until he can't give it to you no more until he walks away. And that's what I say I like about Westbrook. I had to give that because I'm like, damn, dog, he will give you everything he got.
Oh man,
shoot, the X factor this year is who it should have been the whole time was Kawhi Leonard because that looked like the old Kawhi playing out there right now. I don't know where this dude came from, but this dude looks like Toronto Kawhi, yo.
That's not an X factor. That's a motherfucker. That's a cyborg. If he's healthy, you worry about that.
Ridiculous, dog. He moving like his body looked like it used to look. He everywhere on the court. Maybe he took 2 years off to play one good year. He took 2 years. Like, yo, I'm gonna just chill, for 164 games, and then I'm gonna come back,
chilling,
brand new,
chilling. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all. I see y'all in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I feel you though. Yeah, it's heating up, man. I'm actually kind of playoffs kind of rocking right now. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? So I got it. So now we moving into the real meat of this shit. Pause. But like we passed that plain bullshit. We down to business now. So I got to know OKC or Memphis for the series. You ain't got to call the count. Just who you got winning. I knew you was gonna say that shit. Okay.
Boy, OKC ain't even gonna get a gentleman's sweep.
Oh yeah. No, they get ready to send them boys home.
They're going. They about to get swept. It ain't even gonna be a gentleman's sweep. They ain't even gonna get one win. They gonna get swept.
I think they'll get one. They'll get one.
They might lead
They'll
up
get
to
one in
3.
Memphis.
Mm-mm.
Ja's good enough
The
to get them
broom
one.
now.
Ja can score 50
Mm.
points. If somebody else on the
Let's
team
go
can't score
Grizzlies.
20, they gonna get mopped, son. He could score. They gonna let him score
Yeah.
50. Ja gonna score 50
Oh,
by
go right
himself,
ahead.
yo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead, do what you
Keep
do.
going.
Jump through the roof, bro. It's all good. You ain't got nothing else on
Oh,
your squad,
shoot.
bro. Terrible. And he's
Oh,
had good
man.
players on his team, but as long as you got a player like that on your squad, man, you ain't going nowhere.
I feel it. Cleveland and Miami. Hmm. I don't really think that's a hard choice to make, but I thought I thought I'd put it
I'm gonna
out there.
take. I'm taking Cleveland. I'm still taking Cleveland in that series, but watching the games, Miami is an excellent basketball team, even without Jimmy Butler. Actually, they look better without Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. It just got to a point where it wasn't working no more. That's all. I feel it.
Tyler Hero will get you 30, man.
I feel it.
Easy.
Yeah.
Do I gotta say something? Cleveland, okay.
Yeah, we take
Love
Cleveland's a
Bam.
smaller market.
I love Bam. You know I got love for Bam.
Oh shit. He said, "Do I gotta say so?"
I love
Oh
Bam.
shit, I feel it. Oh
Hmm.
shit. All right. Denver and the Clippers.
Kawhi's healthy Clippers.
I'm going with the Clippers.
Word.
Yeah, I like the Clips.
Yeah, I like the Clippers, man.
I'm gonna just say this, and this is my opportunity to be a stubborn asshole like Phantom was during football season. As a Los Angeles Lakers fan, I cannot choose the Los Angeles Clippers. So I got the Denver Nuggets in 6. I know I didn't have to say that, but the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Dame's coming back.
Yeah.
I'm still going with the Bucks. Pacers ain't playing bad, but I'm still going with the Bucks. Halliburton ain't enough by himself.
I can dig it.
I'm a Siakam guy too. I'm like, yeah, you can fuck around, let Dame come back.
Yeah, that ain't enough.
I don't have enough skin in the game to have a say on that one. So
I got Milwaukee. Yeah, I got Milwaukee on there. That's yeah, I think they just got a little too much for Indiana.
A little too much,
right
man.
now. The Lakers and the Timberwolves. I don't even gotta say my pick out loud. Y'all already know the answer. But
mine's the same as yours.
I'm still going with the Lakers, bro. I'm still going with the Lakers, but I'll reserve the opportunity to change after this next game. I need to see game 2. I gotta see game 2.
No doubt.
If Ant go out there and
I'm gonna
bust
put a
their
stop.
head wide open again, bro. I don't know if they can beat them.
I'm gonna put an asterisk next to it. I got you.
Yeah, hit me with an asterisk, man.
I got you. I got you. Phantom, who you got?
Lake Show all day for me, always. Man,
no doubt.
If it wasn't for the Sonics, because I'm from SoCal. I've always, I grew up in the Lakers, so that's my team until the Sonics come back. Yeah,
no doubt. Hell yeah.
I'm going Lakers just because Minnesota got Rudy Gobert.
Phantom and Rudy Gobert is like 7 and Caleb Williams.
Oh man,
not as bad.
Oh,
not as bad. It's not as bad.
Not like that. Nah.
Phantom got a problem
Nowhere
with
near
Rudy
the
Gobert, yo. He works his nerves, yo.
I ain't picked Chicago a single time the whole football season. I ain't picked them once because of that dude.
Phantom
the
never
Knicks
misses an
and the
opportunity to get on
Pistons.
Rudy. I'm still going with the Knickerbockers, man. They're gonna pull it out.
I feel you. Hell yeah.
I've not been watching the Knicks, so I don't know.
I'm gonna do something that you ain't think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick Detroit just because of Tom Thibodeau.
Wow. Oh damn. I mean, that's a good reason. But
We played all our players. We played all our players too.
Just because it's Tom
he trying to
Thibodeau.
switch the game up. Yeah, he trying to switch the game up. He trying to psych people out right now.
Just because it's Tom Thibodeau.
Oh,
Oh,
don't
shit.
worry.
Oh.
When it get tight, yo, Angel, we playing 5 players. Trust.
Yep.
5.
All 5 of y'all. Y'all good? Get you some Gatorade.
5. We're gonna
Because it's
take
y'all
some
for the rest of the night.
strategic
Let's go.
timeouts, but we're gonna rest this 5, and y'all going right back out there on the court, yo.
Bernie Bigstaff just gonna say, just keep it close.
Yeah, there you go.
Bernie Bigstaff gonna say, just keep it close. Shit, they're gonna run them out there. Just keep it close.
Yo, my this is
Famous
actually one of my sleeper series that I'm watching. Golden State and Houston. I'm really really interested in that one. Really interested in that
I'm still with the Warriors, yo.
Yeah.
one. I can dig it.
I'm with the Warriors with the Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler ain't playing that shit.
I'm with
Yeah,
the
I feel you.
Warriors, man.
I feel you. He is not playing. He's
stupid defense right now.
I hate to say this so much. It burns my soul to say this, but I gotta go to State. Shit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put an asterisk next to that, and I reserve the right to change my mind after game 2.
I mean, man, you got Curry. I mean, Steph.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I can't root against Steph Curry, man. Dude's, you know.
See, he sound like me in Kansas City, don't he? He sound football Steph Curry. What do I say? What I say all the time? You got football.
Don't bet against football Steph Curry. Yeah.
Don't bet against it. Yeah. Come on, man. As long as you got Steph Curry on the basketball court, bro. The no look shot he threw the other night up against the line in front of their bench, man. Come on, dog. Come on.
I saw that on highlights. I was like, oh my God, dude.
Come on, man. Like he got that shot down to a science now where he literally they slowed it down. Bro didn't look, man. Like he didn't look. He didn't have no space to shoot the ball. He just turned and basically just threw it at the rim and it hit nothing. As long as you got that on your team, bro, that
means you have done that so many times that you know exactly how much. You know exactly
shoots
how much to flick the wrist,
stands,
exactly how
man.
much to all of that. Like that's crazy, yo. That is absolutely insane. That's insane.
In front of their bench.
That's insane.
That was the crazy part, man.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What about the Celtics and oh wait a minute, hold up. Do we all we all pick Golden State. What about the Celtics and the Magic? I think this is pretty much a foregone conclusion, but
the C's for sure, but
let me not assume.
Pablo Banchero gonna be a problem, man.
Boy, is he ever.
Your boy can play.
Boy, is he ever. Yeah. Who you got, fam?
Been watching enough Celtics and Magic to know.
It's the C's. You know, I rock with Paulo, but it's the C's.
Well, you know, everything in my being hates to say this right now, but I got to be smart about my picks here. So I guess I got the fucking Celtics. Yeah. Yo, I got a meeting I got to get to, man. You know what I'm saying? We did go longer tonight. I'm glad we did because we got an opportunity to do these picks. But we're gonna be locked in. I hope y'all ready. The NFL draft starts on Thursday. We will be live on Saturday on day 3 of the draft with a recap and also I'm gonna put it in the chat this question that I got for y'all gentlemen so we can talk about that before we get into football games. Well, yeah, thank you to Soul the Interrogator from over at the Interrogation Room Podcast for coming through to kick it. Hey man, we definitely got to have you back to do some wrestling talk. I know you was talking about, you have said something about a wrestling podcast. Who knows? Hey, you know, we keep building, man. We keep building. It is what it is.
Always.
So you're gonna enjoy Monday night. So you're gonna enjoy Monday Night Raw. Trust me.
Okay, yeah, that's my next thing right now. I'm gonna get on Netflix and watch it. But yeah, I'm about it. Hey, I'm a sports guy all around. I like baseball, football. I'm not much into hockey, but you know, I mean,
baseball. Right now,
we can talk
Yankees,
shit. You know,
and the Mets, both of them number 1, yo. Both will
Woo-hoo.
take your pick. Yankees, Mets, killing right now, yo. One got 14 wins, other got 16 wins, yo. We doing the damn thing right now.
We getting busy.
Yeah, okay. Beat the Dodgers.
They go to
then.
call. They go to call. Yo,
And
y'all already know,
Dodgers and
man.
Mariners,
Thank y'all for
even though the
rocking with us,
Mariners-
man.
Yeah.
All Purpose Podcast, Panther Politics Network. Y'all already know what time it is. Thank y'all very much. On behalf of Soul the Interrogator, Evan Almighty, and Phantom, I am Seven the Panther, aka your baby mama's favorite rapper, aka the Carolina Hurricane Ridiculous Slang, aka Pie Strickland, if you getting the point. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Everything changed but the motivation. City to city, the same song on the station. Controlling the interest. Look how these kids dress, you cashing them.